This is my first official book release party for my book, The IBD Solution. IBD is something that, I guess you say, is near and dear to my heart because I have it. And what it is, I have ulcerative colitis, inflammation of the intestines. It prevents proper digestion and absorption of food and nutrients. And a little bit of my story is about when I was about 31 now. When I was about 23 to 25, I had small symptoms of issues with digestion, things that I just kind of attributed to a little bit of an upset stomach. Minor things that I thought would just go away for a couple years. They were there every once in a while, just never went away. Pretty soon, I got to the point where I couldn't eat food anymore. I was trying to eat baby food. But before that, I had moved to New York City and I was going through a lot of like work stress, a lot of things that were just tough environment-wise, trying to absorb food, trying to manage everything, and just not creating the best situation for a calm lifestyle and for digestion either. So that helped aggravate the situation probably. Moved back to San Diego and got to the point where, again, trying to eat food that was working for me, nothing was working. Got to the point of trying to eat baby food, and that wasn't working. Trying to eat Pedialyte, things like that, and just literally laying in bed for a couple weeks, unable to digest food or move. The funny part about that is that one time my mom was at the store buying a bunch of baby food for me to see what I could find to eat, and the woman there's like, well, how old's your baby? She's like, he's 27. Didn't explain why she was buying me baby food, just left. So the lady still thinks I'm a 27-year-old with, eating baby food. So that got to the point where baby food wasn't working anymore, so there was something wrong. So I went into the hospital, got a colonoscopy, endoscopy, did all the procedures to find out what was wrong with me. Found out it was ulcerative colitis. Lost about 50 pounds in about 6 weeks, just bedridden, couldn't move. In the hospital, been out for a couple times, and long story short, I got released from the hospital, totally weak. Trying to walk from the hospital bed to the end of the hallway was an endurance event for me at the time. So left the hospital, weak, skinny, no idea what to do anymore. Trying to figure out, how do I eat again? How do I get healthy again? How do I live life again? And what I figured out was the things that helped me recover with digestion were things involved with my mindset, things with nutrition and things with fitness. And the things that helped me are things that I got very passionate about, and I realized that they're the same things that will help everyone, regardless of whether or not you have a disease. And that goes into the idea of your mindset. When I was leaving the hospital, one of the nurses told me, she's like, okay, you're not a patient anymore. Don't view yourself as a sick person, as somebody with a disease, as somebody that's a patient. And that was something that really helped me out a lot, because when you can think with your mind about where you want to be and about what you want to become, it helps everything else physically follow that. And so having that mindset of, okay, I'm not somebody that's sick all the time, I'm not somebody that has a disease, I'm just somebody that at the time was very skinny. And what did I need to do to figure out how to get healthy again? And it started with the mindset and understanding how I could change, how I could improve myself and get change to happen for me. And the three areas for affecting the change were creating a better environment, changing my mindset, and then creating behaviors that would help that. And with the environment, with genetics, they say genetics has part of the cause of why you have IBD and things like that. But the quote is, genetics loads the gun, environment pulls the trigger. So we all have genetics that we can't change. But you can create the best situation to affect how you feel after that. You don't have to just say, okay, I have these genetics and that's it. You can work to better yourself by doing the best things you can. But that goes into the mindset. Everybody has a choice of how you want to think about how you feel. Focus on things you don't have. That's all you're going to think about. But if you focus on things that you can control, turning your fears and your doubts into powerful things and turning them into strengths, things that you can control. I started with that as, okay, what's the one thing I can do today to help me feel a little bit better? And it was something as simple as having a glass of water scrambled eggs in the morning and just taking it kind of literally one bite at a time, because I was nervous about each meal, whether or not I'd get sick again or go back to the hospital. So, but that mindset of focusing on what was going to make me healthier and just continually focusing on that, avoiding what I thought was going to potentially make me ill. Focus on what's going to make you healthier and just follow that path each day, each step, each bite you want, and it'll take you to where you want to be. And then that goes into the behavior aspect. You know, those little things that you can do, just one little thing each day. If it is as simple as opening a bottle of water and having that in the morning, you can do that. You can have that control. You can do that every day. It doesn't have to be this huge, scientifically designed, perfect nutrition program. Just focus on one little thing each day. And so, with that idea of promoting that change, there's the idea that we have the left brain, the right brain, and then the actions that you do. So with that left brain, that analytical thinking, everybody can get kind of bogged down with all the information that we have. So try to reduce all the noise that's out there, simplify things a little bit. Don't read as many of the websites, because there's so many conflicting information, unless you read my website. Just simplify things as much as you can. Kind of, make it not as complicated, but it doesn't have to be as complicated as it seems to be sometimes. Things here make it simple. Just find what you can do to make one thing at a time. Do that for a couple of weeks and then move on from there. And then the other thing is find a group where you can get a group of people around you that know where you want to go and that'll help you, give you some guidance. Find a workout buddy, a personal trainer, a coach, somebody that will help you guide you along the way, so it's not all you all on your own. FITzee is great with the plans and the nutrition that they offer and things that you can do. If you want to get a fitness coach, you can do that, and have somebody that will help you there, so you're not always doing it on your own, which can be incredibly tiring and exhausting, because it's tough to go with all that so many times. And then shape your path. Make the situation as easy as you can for yourself. Again, think about what's the simplest thing you can do. An example of that is that I was spending a lot of money at Whole Foods. I go there and get a basket, fill it up, leave all the time, spending all my money at Whole Foods. I go there now, I don't get a basket, so I can only carry as much as I can hold in my arm. So kind of one little thing where it just kind of self-monitors myself, so I can't go too far in that sense, because if I see food, I'll buy it. So if I got the basket, I fill the basket. If I got the cart, I fill the cart. So just kind of shrink that down, make things simple, so you're not always thinking about it. Just kind of make it an easier habit that you don't have to worry about it as much anymore. And then so from there, kind of the reason why you guys are here, I think, is how can you change your nutrition? How can you improve how you're feeling now? And I think it starts with those three ideas of the mindset, fitness, and nutrition. And then with the mindset, you can always choose to focus on the positive with any situation you want. You always have that ability to focus on what's going to work for you, regardless if it's a tough situation, regardless if you have IBD or not, or if you lose 50 pounds in 6 weeks. At the time, it was tough to think that was a positive, but it let me get to this point where I learned a lot about my body, learned a lot about fitness and nutrition, and ended up being able to write a book about it. So it's kind of looking back, it's a way of finding the positive out of something that at the time wasn't the best situation for me in my life. And then with fitness, I'm a big fan about doing warm-ups. We all did the warm-up and the workout, get that working for you. Make sure your body can move well, and just start moving often, get that going. There's a handout on some nutrition, on some exercises you can do. And then improve the nutrition. Just get really good at the basics of what you want to do. It doesn't have to be complicated. Find that one thing. There's another handout with strategies of what you can do. So you can take a glass of water and take a multivitamin. Just that one thing until it's a habit that you don't have to think about anymore. And just to wrap it up, I guess 4 years ago, pretty much 4 years ago to the hour, I was laying in bed, unable to eat, wiped out, couldn't do anything. And focusing on where I was and how sick I was all I did, I guess, at the time. But after that, getting back on that path of finding change and being healthy again has been able to lead me here. And I've been lucky enough to be able to stay healthy since then. And just thankful that I'm here at this this moment right now, helping you guys, hopefully, and giving this information. And I appreciate you being part of this. And thank you all for coming out. Any questions on the book, on any of the handouts? Please feel free. It doesn't have to be a question and answer period, but we're going to kind of mingle around, get some information for you guys. And I got a newsletter sign up also, and nutrition journals if you're interested in those.
Pass this around. I want to thank everyone for coming as well. And Joseph's way too gracious. I'm not. I'm shameless. Buy this book. It's $19.95. It's got a lot of great information in there for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me go.
Thanks.